We're going to go ahead and do a reading specifically for twin flames, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine, to see what is going on. So we have a huge conjunction between Neptune and our North Node today. Now this is really, really important, as this is a huge cosmic porthole. It's also a cosmic twin flame porthole. This is a really, really good conjunction too. It's a really beautiful energy, especially as this is a once in a lifetime, or once in our lifetime event, as this won't happen again for the next 165 years, in fact. So we should be kind of, I want to say, enjoying. Well, we have Neptune in Pisces, which is going to shift out of there in March, and this is bringing a dreamy, romantic vibe. It's also kind of bringing Alice fell down the rabbit hole kind of vibes, like Alice in Wonderland vibes. And so we're going to kind of talk about that a little bit today. We also have another sextile. We have Venus sextile Pluto, which is bringing up the shadow work around your love life. This is supposed to be healing you and helping you to go deeper. So when we deal with all of this energy, especially this North Node energy, it's all about your destiny and fate, but it's also all about your purpose and your soul mission, and tapping into those kind of energies. One of the biggest blocks or detriments that we have to finding our path moving forward is clearing our karma and integrating the lessons of your karma of your past or your South Node, so that you can step more fully into your North Node. We have North Node in Pisces this year. This is going to be huge over the next year, especially as it's going to be bringing huge spiritual awakening kind of energies right now into your life. So this is like wake up call energies, and aligning energetically, but also aligning with your destined path moving forward. We're going to go ahead and start doing a reading just for the divine feminine first. I always say to do the one-on-one sessions with me on my website. This will help you a ton, though, with your own specific situation, as every person is different as to what your soul lessons are and what you're healing in this lifetime. I see an acceleration happening, because those that are not doing the inner work are having a really hard time integrating into these higher frequency energies, where we're manifesting everything, right? I'm gonna reshuffle. Where we're manifesting everything that we're kind of thinking about. So we're having to do the inner work to clear the blocks, especially when it comes to manifesting our life as we go, and manifesting whatever we are within our relationships, especially our twin flame union, which is something that we manifest. So needing to really take care with shifting out of negative beliefs, programming, and thoughts right now is so key to this, and so important. But also aligning your energy and staying in a higher alignment during this time. So we're going to start with divine feminine, but like I said, do those one-on-one phone call reading options on my website as often as you need them to tap into your own situation. This is just a general reading, so only take what resonates for you. I am an energy healer. I have a ton of healings, activations, and clearings on my website that are all really going to help you. I also do twin flame coaching, which I've put together to help you through the process and to go in and heal certain things too. So I have so many really good healings on my website. Just go with what calls you or what you need. You'll know, right? Flipping through them. But anyways, check out my website if you need me, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. I have tons of healings up for today, tomorrow, and the next day specifically, as this weekend is going to be lit. We're going into some beautiful energies, as we talked about. We can be really tapping into these energies for our own healing. Okay, so that North Node in Pisces is all about aligning us with higher consciousness. Neptune connecting with the divine. So let's start with a reading for the divine feminine collective, divine masculine. If you're watching, direct messages from your feminine. You need to heal how you're seeing things. A shift in perspective is needed. I see a lot of people get very, I don't want to say that these are pre-existing blocks, but get very stuck on the lens through what you're seeing things, your perspective. And sometimes these are based on past traumas or things that have come up within the twin flame dynamic. And it's easy to get stuck in negativity. This could be things happening on a karmic level and things like that, because our thoughts manifest into things, or even overreacting in certain situations or reacting strongly in certain situations based on past traumas and things like that. I noticed with the divine feminine, your DM, and it goes for both sides, is going to trigger what you need to heal. And it just kind of depends. You can't bring these things in, the negativities, the patterns, the behaviors, to have a healthy union usually. And especially as we're ascending into the 5D. And so you're going to notice that if you have blocks, wounds, issues, they tend to come up within your relationships especially, but specifically with twin flame, they tend to be kind of amplified too because of the very strong, powerful energy. And so sometimes we can get stuck in only seeing our side of things. Sometimes this could indicate, I always say, needing to do more third eye work when you can't see the other's perspective, or you're kind of just really stuck on your own side of things. You're not really seeing your DM side because you kind of have to meet in the middle with all of this, right? And so in the higher, you're probably able to tap in really easily and see all sorts of sides. This is gifts activating and things like that. So sometimes our third eye can get blocked up by past experiences, traumas, or not even opening and awakening enough. Now, we're going to see some mini awakenings play out in your life this year specifically. And that's something that happens on the twin flame journey too, where you go through like all these layers of awakening too. So you might be needing to heal past experiences that are keeping you stuck and seeing your twin flame in a certain light or through a certain lens. This person is worth waiting for. So I see this very, very common, that sometimes you don't understand the process if you haven't been through it, and you're needing to do more work at times. It just depends. And I say more work, like there's going to be spaces probably your people are in union and they're together, or by yourself and you're needing to work on yourself. This goes for life, right? There's more work that needs to be done within yourself. And someone's like, this morning, why? So you can become a better version of yourself, so you can let go of the addictions, traumas, negativities, right? Negative thoughts that have been blocking your path. As you do this work, there's so many rewards that are going to come through. Whether this is, really connecting more to your spiritual gifts, tapping into more spiritual abundance and things like that. So, this is supposed to help to motivate you, the twin flame. A lot of people can get stuck in trauma cycles or stuck on the wounds being triggered or the negativities of it. When you go in and you clear these things, you'll notice it releases it for you and for your twin flame, because there is a certain mirroring dynamic. Let's talk mirroring dynamic real fast, because I'm kind of doing a lot of watching of consciousness and things like that. So sometimes you guys might be thinking it, and you're manifesting as you go. Every single one of your thoughts, you're literally creating this life as you know it as you go. You're sitting around thinking it's happening in your life. So you got to, number one, take care with your beliefs. Sometimes you're sitting around thinking these things. Your twin flame may act it out. They may see it, right? Stuff like this. So it's very important. This kind of comes down to healing yourself, so there's less negativity going on, I say, in your energy field or your head, right? So that you can manifest better. And as you are removing and healing negative patterns, beliefs, situations from your life, you're going to notice that your frequency rises and you do so much better with your manifesting. So we have a big focus on what you are manifesting moving forward, especially with this North Node in Pisces. It's all about our destiny and taking control of your life and your destiny. And if you're not happy with certain situations, I see a big theme across the collective, being guided to shift some situations in your life. This can translate to all areas of your life. So if things aren't going great, maybe you need a shift or a change or some healing in these areas. I cannot move on from you ever, even if I tried. From the moment I saw you, I knew you were the one. So I brought these cards, right? I brought a lot of angel cards today. Live in this world as a dreamer, create a future paradise. And so we have this Neptune dreamy energy. Now this is like bringing our dreams into reality, but also seeing things as they are, okay? And for some of you guys, you're needing to see things as they are with your situation. So this could be reality check energy, but it's also actually really, really making your dreams happen. Tend to your manifestations right now. We talked about that. Nurture your dreams and start to visualize the life that you want and begin to show up as if you're already living in that reality to help to shift to these higher realities, timelines, and things like that you want. So a lot of people get really stuck on what they don't want happening as it's unfolding, where you should be really visualizing your overall life and what you want with it. And this could go for your union, as union is something that you manifest. So when we talked about negative energies and thoughts manifesting into your situation, not in the best way, but when you can use techniques like visualization, working on your energy, meditation, this will help with your union a ton, especially clearing the deeper rooted energy blocks that may have become more obvious as you're interacting with your twin flame to point back to you. So I usually see a theme, not to pick, but I usually see a theme of blaming the flame, right, for everything they need to heal, they're a mess, whatever. Okay, Then usually when people are by themselves, they start to be like, okay, maybe I need to make some changes in my life. I see a lot of positive changes happening out of these situations right now, where when you get past that point of, and getting to the point of working on yourself and like actually just doing what you need to in that space and taking a look at yourself, right? So we can look at our flame that's being judgy, but when we have to look at ourselves, this is where we begin to heal ourselves and reach these states of enlightenment through working on ourselves. So that's what we're supposed to be doing here. But remember, this isn't to keep you in that state. It's because like when you work on yourself and you shift into these higher frequencies, your twin flame will follow. There's a mirroring effect between you both. So as you're doing that inner work, you're going to notice very positive changes in yourself, but also changes in your situation with your outer union. Okay, so we have flames of desire. Let them shine out in radiant light and shun dark paths. So you're needing to integrate more shadow aspects, and this is like all the areas that need your love the most. I was talking about this a lot on a call yesterday. So these are all the areas that we love to avoid that actually need your healing and attention and love and focus the most. So this is going to require some level of honesty and doing some type of shadow work, like what you need to work on in your life, areas you need to level up, areas you need to integrate better, trauma you're holding on to, things like that. So old stories and old narratives. This is major next chapter, right? With this Neptune North Node energy. But in order to do that, we have to let go of the old narratives of our past to step into something new. So if you're still playing out scenarios, narratives, things in your head that are not serving you, this is a great time to clear these type of energies. Success and happiness are coming. Enjoy and celebrate life. Time to live life. Time to be in the now and be in the moment. Okay, so we have animal card. I love this because I brought my pet to work over here. She's over here. Animal protection. Archangel Ariel is presenting you with an opportunity to be of service to animals. We're learning with the animals too, and we see that like never before. And so this can go in many different ways. Maybe you have a pet, right? Maybe you're being guided to clean up your diet. Like that's my favorite when I think of the animals. Or also just taking care of the earth better. We're going to see that happening with that North Node in Pisces, where we're being guided to really clean up our own personal energy, personal space, but also the planet on a whole. We're going to see a lot of that unfolding in the next couple of years, being more conscious and aware of how we are living with many different systems. Maybe you have strong telepathic gifts to animals. Oftentimes when you're a twin flame or an empath, they might be like following you around. This is where it gets awkward. You're at the park and the dog runs up to you, or the child, right? Things like that. And they can kind of read your energy a little bit more too. Know you might be a little bit more open when it comes to little small children and animals and things like that. Authentic communication. Archangel Gabriel is urging you to speak your truth. There might be some communication blocks, especially if you're not sharing your feelings. A lot of times people love to hide, or, this is going to require a level of vulnerability that can even get uncomfortable at times. I was reminding people, your twin flame can see you and read you better than anyone else. Yes, they can probably read your mind most of the time, right? So that's a level of like vulnerability that a lot of people aren't used to in their existing connections and things like that. Archangel Gabriel is amazing for if you need to clear some type of communication barriers, communication blocks. I see that commonly in not really getting a lot of interaction, ignoring, avoiding, no contact, no communication, not a lot of communication, not seeing them. It could go on and on with this list. 5D work. Okay, our throat chakra is connected. Each chakra is connected with a dimension, and we're talking about ascending into the 5D. That requires us to first ascend through the heart chakra, the 4D, into the 5, the throat. So we're having to do some chakra work. And you might see this reflected in your reality, your twin flame dynamic, or just life in general too. So really working on your throat chakra will help to open up. You can work with the archangels, and they're amazing for calling in for different reasons or different things. Know that they can really, because this is going to be our next thing, help you with just staying positive. And if you need some type of positive reassurance, spirit guides are amazing for showing you things about your life in different situations. The angels and archangels are amazing for keeping you on track and keeping you positive. Okay, Positive thoughts. The angels are advising you to focus on solutions instead of problems. So I see this most common, that you guys are amazing when you're hanging out with your twin flame. It's in the pullbacks. It's like you go a couple days without talking to them. You haven't seen them for a little while. They're ignoring you. They're living life probably, and they're not even doing anything intentional. And I see the spins, I call them. They're just purges. And this can be common, even those not on the twin flame journey. We're all ascending and we're making an ascension journey. So you guys are going through that on and off anyways. It's those low states, those low places you have to go to purge out negative energies. And life has a funny way of bringing that up, or your twin flame journey or your situation, but it's showing you the areas that you need to heal and where you need to heal more. And I think most importantly is the negative energies surfacing. Someone was like, I see a lot of people saying this, or like, not to pick, I think I'm being attacked. This is all internal. There's no negative forces in your life, I assure you. Oh my God. And you've reached such a space of high frequency, but as the frequencies are rising on planet Earth, they're stirring up, whether this is unhealed aspects, wounds, negative energies, things that are releasing, that you need to release and let go of. And so it's fun because here on Earth, negative situations or external situations can trigger these negative energies and things like that. And there's nothing like twin flame pullback separations or spaces by yourself to do its job. And so I feel that whatever negative thoughts come up in those lowest spaces that you go through in life, twin flame journey, whatever, are where you need to heal the most. Those are the negative thoughts that need to go. Those are the reoccurring, usually it's the same thing every time. Pay attention to what your own twin flame journey is triggering. For some, it's jealousy, negative thoughts, things not happening, whatever it is. Just really pay attention, because with this Venus sextile Pluto, that's the shadow side. We're doing the shadow side of love and things like that. So you might have things surfacing. Make sure that you're flipping these and staying positive. So it's in the negative or the lows, because sometimes we're on those highs and we're feeling euphoria and amazing and where our frequency should be. But when we dip into those lows, it's where the most work needs to be done. Those are the energies that need to be cleared, especially if you have reoccurring negative thoughts, because those are the ones that manifest throwing off your own union and things like that. So we have reached a state of needing to empower ourselves to do the work right now. Serenity. The angels are awakening you to inner and outer peace. Okay, we're doing a reading for the divine feminine. This is what men want. You're like, what? I know. A lot of times we don't know, but guess what? That's what they want, just that state of peace. And so we have to, sorry, it's real loud out here. We have to achieve that state of peace first within ourselves, right? Before we can kind of transmit that on the frequency level. It just kind of depends. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands. This is delayed news, bad news, being hasty. So some of you guys might feel that you have not quite got to your goal. Now this could be goal of union, or even things you're trying to manifest within the union, right? And things like that. So you might feel that you have not reached all of your manifestations right now. That's why we have a big focus on manifestation work. But one of the biggest things we can do to help with our manifestations, number one, putting our intentions out there, but also clearing limiting beliefs that are blocking us from manifesting the reality that we desire or the results that we desire too. So sometimes that inner work is key to clearing out the negative thoughts, negative energies. We've talked about that a little bit too. So if you feel things are going slow, they often are. Oftentimes with twin flame, there are things orchestrated by the universe. So we have to deal with flowing with the universe, right? A little bit more within these connections. Now, good news, with this North Node energy or conjunction, I keep calling it alignment, but with this North Node conjunction today, you're going to feel fate and destiny behind the scenes right now, making moves. And for some of you guys, this is what you need in your love life to make things happen. So there's a beautiful energy in the air right now and allowing destiny to kind of do things on your behalf. This could be slowing down. It's the weekend anyway, but we have a lot of powerful energy. It's more like a kind of like manifesting and healing energy and thinking about your path and where you want it to take you, aligning with your purpose. Okay, Knight of Swords, and this is your DM coming in very, very strong. So sometimes they need time to think a lot of the time. That's part of the process. It depends on where they're at. Sometimes they pull back to think for some of you guys. Sometimes they haven't quite made their move. They're thinking about what they want, whatever it is. It triggers a different process for each side. We're focusing on the divine feminine. Some of you guys, your DM is going to come back if they've been in separation. and they're going to be ready, or they're coming in real strong and showing up for you like in a way like never before. I talk a lot about this process to try to help you guys, right? Because everyone is different, but sometimes I notice going through a lot of the same things of releasing the negativity and making this a more stable connection, and then the energy kind of tends to shift, right? And it's also a connection that helps you to get more stable energetically too. And within the union. Okay, so this is the Queen of Pentacles. Once again, nothing is happening because it's in reverse. Nothing is happening against you. This is all happening for you. It can be hard to understand that. Some of you guys feel like you've lost everything, or you're in this energy of it, right? When in reality, things, I don't say it, may be going better than you think. I know. In your life in general, and that you are being supported, but sometimes you have to go through those energies. It could be a fear that you're healing. It could be something you've had to go through within your union. And getting to this space of 9 of Pentacles, I don't know who needs to hear this, but stay the course with it, with whatever you're going through right now. Really, self-love is going to be a key you need to taking care of yourself, doing better in your life so you can show up on these higher timelines and higher versions of yourself. If in a separation, it's demanding a higher version of you. I don't know what's going on there. You're needing to show up as a higher version of yourself. Take this time, I say this minute, take this space to really work on you. It's going to help up level your romantic life, your job. This is also my entrepreneur card, and some of you guys might be entrepreneurs in the making, and you might know that. This could be maybe pay attention to the business ideas, creative inspiration. We're North Node in Pisces. This is a year for entrepreneurs. We've had a slow start to the year. Like, oh my God. And this is perfect energy for North Node in Pisces to find a balance between material and spiritual abundance. I know. Okay. And we're seeing the collapse. I was joking. I'm serious. So look, we're seeing a collapse of a lot of things as we know it. So it's making us have to shift and evolve, right? And change. And maybe just put a little bit, this is Pisces qualities, a little less value on the financial material and a little bit more value on the spiritual will help you to navigate some of these changes. So we're going to see who is anchored into the spiritual and who was just not to pick, right? But this will help to get you through the changes as they continue to, I say spin, as I always say, right? As the collective continues to spin. And when we deal with Neptune, it's also wired up to the collective unconsciousness. So we're all navigating some changes in the fabric of reality, society, right? Ourselves. This is all energy about ourselves as well, too. And helping us go through a lot of growth fast. So just know that. So putting more emphasis on the spiritual and working on yourself spiritually will help you. Some of you guys are making shifts in how you're living life, what you're doing with money, how you're spending it, how you're attracting it, just overall lifestyle shifts that are helping you to navigate this spiritual awakening that we're all experiencing too. Okay, we're going to do a reading for the Divine Masculine side, Divine Masculine Collective, Divine Feminine. If you're watching, direct messages from your masculine. I'm clearing my karmic past and healing from the past karmic relationships I've been through. Be patient. Some of the past relationships I was in have hurt me deeply and have left me very wounded. So this is my favorite. This can lead as, I say, like only being happen, oh my God, or avoidance patterns, which is basically a fancy way of saying I've been hurt before and I'm a little slow opening up again, or I haven't quite given you my all because I'm a little nervous I may be hurt again, kind of lingo, right? Jokes aside. So the thing is that new relationships tend to trigger old relationship hurts and wounds and things like that. So this masculine has been through things in their past, could even be with you, that you've played out. And this is like anything unhealed, we say unresolved, needs to come up. So the North, we'll say the nodes shift every 18 months. And when they do, they, travel through certain signs. They bring up any unresolved or unfinished business. So a lot of times we think, I've met this person. Yes, they are your person, but it will depend on what kind of work you need to do on the spiritual level, okay? Some people just kind of go through life and they're focused on the job, and we do that too. But if you really want to have a deeper understanding of your lessons and core lessons and why things are happening in your life and understand this stuff, sometimes we have to understand the spiritual, and we have to really clear our karmic baggage. And sometimes we all hold certain wounds, hurts, and why we're wired up certain ways and why we respond and act in certain ways too. And sometimes this is from past hurts. And if things have been coming up, because we're talking about the current twin flame connection dynamic between you, it could be connected to old hurts and old wounds and things like that. Now we have this Venus-Pluto sextile today, and Venus is all about opening up your heart fully, and Pluto's about intimacy and vulnerability. Amazing energies for healing anything that's coming up with your twin flame, okay, with your person. I just wasn't awake enough to our connection, yet you're waking me up. So we love the masculine does wake up to the connection usually first. For all the divine feminine saying my masculine needs to wake up, I roll my eyes. They're more awake than you think. They're waking you up, girlfriend. Right? All right. They are more awake than you think, okay? And to the connection. However, they are sometimes rooted in logic and love to override some of these things. They feel it too. This is not one-sided ever, okay? You're both going through stuff. Just focus on you and your side. So this masculine is more awake than you think. They are awake to the connection, just for anyone questioning that. I'm telepathically connecting to you all the time. This is one of the amazing benefits of this connection. You can think of your person, no phones needed, and they will come. Like, right? And a lot of times, so let's talk about telepathy. Some of you guys, when you're in these lower purge states we talked about, that is intense energy for you to deal with. It's not good for your health and your energy when you're in these spins. And most certainly, I don't think any romantic partner is equipped or wants to deal with that, okay? I get it's part of life and it's messy and connections can go there. So when you're in a nice positive energy, you're sending that energy to the person. You're in a negative energy, hey, it can happen. We just talked about that. You're sending that energy nonstop to your person. Usually the negative energy can probably give people a mental breakdown, jokes aside, right? Oh my God, a lot of negativity hitting them, negative thoughts, and things like that. It blocks the connection up. It creates hurt and blocks in the connection. So twin flames have this beautiful, now you're wired up from all the chakras, but I talk about the heart chakra connection, and we also have third eye and all the other chakra connections. But oftentimes we send a lot of energy or transmit a lot of frequency and energy through our heart chakra or auric field. And we're always sensitive. If you think about any person on this planet, they're getting something energetically, we'll say, right? And so this is why we're learning how to be a little bit more conscious with energy. It's needed during this time, especially our twin flame. So in the spaces where you're by yourself, this goes for both twin flames. Oftentimes, if you're by yourself, so is your twin flame. I know everyone always thinks like they're not, but they are. Majority of their time, they're alone too, just to let you know, despite what you guys might be thinking. So if you're pulled back in these spaces to heal, it's because you're probably clearing energy very fast, I hope, and purging out everything. And, you know, that's something you need to do with yourself to heal yourself, okay? Usually. So usually separation indicates needing to get rid of the yucky negative energy, release attachments, and clear things blocking your way, okay? Now, in the higher state, when you're doing really, really good, you're high frequency, maybe you're in union, right? You have beautiful twin flame gifts where you literally can, I call it interface, where you can interface with this person. You can telepathically communicate with this person. And the more you guys get into these higher frequencies, you will activate and unlock some of these ascension gifts, but also added twin flame gifts and things like that. So it just kind of depends on how clear you are. You're really blocked up, obviously. Maybe you're not getting the message. Maybe you're a little more clear. You're getting a little bit more of the messages and things like that. But this is one of the really beautiful things about doing the healing work, that you begin to activate. And I have people that know that, where they've done the separations, they've done through these, call them spins, purges, and released all that energy. And guess what? You get a lot of clarity, knowledge, intuition, insights, downloads. And I mean, by yourself, you bring that together with your twin flame. You're real switched on. You're picking up things. And I do this all the time with my twin flame. Like, I can always sense when they're going to call me or want me to call them or whatever, right? And other things like that. I always talk about this, like I was talking about it. Like, I don't know, can read your mind on a lot of things, we'll say, right? Or read your energy and things like that. So know that this person is telepathically connecting with you, and they can pick up a lot. I call it remote viewing, right? And things like that. Can tap in and tell things, even if you were far away. Your energy was too intense and overwhelming or draining me. So we talked about this too. For anyone struggling on this journey, I hope that you do the work, and one day I can see the benefits of doing this healing work, of how it has helped you and your energy. So if you're apart, you might have been too overwhelming. I see that with the people in the chaser energy. Let's just say chaser energy is just attachments feeding your twin flame, trying to, right? Like a spinning, needy, like real crazy. Those are the attachments that need to go. Jokes aside, right? So when you guys get in this chaser energy, be mindful. You may have a little bit more clearing work to do to release attachments within your energy. I feel we've had some of these things a lot of our lifetime, and they're coming up, and we're needing to heal them during this time. They can't come with us, and they can be blocks in our life in general, right? And things like that too, okay? So just understanding some of this stuff will help. I love this because it's my Neptune Pisces energy anyway with the fish. I was posting fish for a couple days on my website. Okay, perfect. All right, awaken the magic of your creativity. Immerse yourself in the world of feelings. Divine Masculine, connecting with your feelings, even better understanding them and sharing them and learning to navigate them. This is going to require more emotional depth and even that layer level of vulnerability to go deeper in your connection. I love this. A message is trying to reach you. Be vigilant. The spirit world wishes to find and touch you. A lot of you guys are getting a lot of psychic messages, information, and downloads right now. Trust them on what you're picking up on and being guided to do. Enter the temple of your truth and learn to value it. Taking care of your body right now. So while we're in this North Node in Pisces, I think it's very important that we're taking care of ourselves spiritually and realizing the connection of the body too. Take care of yourself. Nourish your temple. Like really, really take care of your energy. Take care of your body right now. Release your creative energies. Make use of them in your life. So we're going to see a lot of North Node in Pisces. A lot of people getting artistic. This could be music, channeling, writing, just sharing yourself, right? And maybe that's not for everyone, but I think it should be. Like, right? Some of you guys are very, very creative. This could be sharing your spiritual gifts, just better connecting them. And we have this DNA card, self-love, DNA work. The angels are encouraging you to take care of your own needs. You're going through an intense activation phase. That's why I have so many activations too on my website. This will help you with the changes. Your twin flame is actually not here to do a 3D relationship with you. A lot of you guys will not like that. They are here to aid you or help you in your ascension process by showing you what work needs to be done. They're like actually really, really helping you. And you'll say, I don't feel like that. Like, yeah, they are. And you're supposed to end up in a union, but it's not going to be rooted in the karmic connections of the past. It's more of an unconditional love, spiritual union, okay? And so the work is needed to get there because you guys are actually supposed to be ascending together. And ascension requires you to drop the old baggage, the karmic templates, right, to activate your DNA and to do things differently. So this person is helping you with whatever you need to look at within yourself and whatever you need to heal to let go of during this time too. We're still in a space of clearing energy. So like, I know I'm always saying this. So like you notice that we're going into the spring. It's actually really hot here. They said it was, really hot through the weekend. And so I'm outside right now. And I'm not the best choice when it was really loud, but whatever. I haven't videoed for a while, so I decided to keep going. So it's getting kind of warm here, but I notice I still have a lot of leaves coming down. That is how you are in your life right now, that as we're getting ready for the spring, and then we have the spring equinox is in March, and so the energies start to amp up in February through March, and we get a lot of high frequency energy that's really, really needed. But we do another push of cleansing and releasing the old before we're going to fully move into the spring. So February is actually a really short month. We're receiving a lot of galactic energies too still right now. We had a Pleiadian occultation last night, so we're still receiving a lot of Pleiadian energies. We got this North Node energy, but it's also at the same time what is keeping a lot of people from their destiny, their soul mission, their spiritual purpose is karma. So we're releasing karmic energy. So there's a little bit of a push in the next couple of weeks, the rest of February, to just release what you need to. Let go of what is no longer serving you. And this can look like energies or things in your life. So clarity, your angels are helping you to see the situation in a clearer way. And then like we talked about, getting a lot of spiritual gifts, knowing and clarity. Maybe it's just about what to be doing in your life, your path moving forward. So when you're asleep, you're kind of lost and easily leadable and guidable by the wrong people. When you awaken, you really begin to tap into your inner guidance and get more clarity just for you about your specific situation and what you should be doing with your path and with your life, navigating it, getting some clarity right now. Playfulness, the angels are encouraging you to become more lighthearted and fun-loving. Have fun with your twin flame. It's what you come to earth for. Okay, so we have freedom. Archangel Zadkiel is setting you free from the restrictions that have been blocking your peace. And I see this all the time. I do this work with you guys because I see very easily some of you guys tell me you want something, the manifestation, and then I don't know, this won't work out, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, the blocks. I'm not to make fun of it. But I see the blocks. Like, okay, you say you want this, but all the negative reoccurring thoughts, blocks, patterns, right, and things that come up, okay? This is oftentimes the things that you keep telling yourself over and over that are blocking the very manifestation that you desire, and the same goes for union too. So this is about clearing out blockages so that you can manifest better, okay? Just kind of depends on where you're at with that. Clearing inner blocks, freeing yourself from past patterns, restrictions, and limitations. And as you do this inner work to clear out the negativity, you're going to notice your union is smooth. Yeah. Amazing. You're probably going to want to be with this person all the time and maybe even shut out the world too much, right? Okay, the rest of your life is going to flourish. You're going to flow. You're going to easily do stuff. You're going to feel real good and in love, like, right? And so this is a big part of it. What you're here to do is to clear out those blocks and limitations. We have conflict. Maybe some of you guys weren't getting along, or there was a struggle or competitive energy. I can see that with you guys. Just kind of depends on how that's translated, or maybe you're just struggling with the universe. I see that happening, like you're getting the messages, but sometimes it's like you're wanting what you want and not staying open to how things are going and unfolding. And so I said, right now with the spiritual awakening, a lot of people are waking up to the delulu, or the illusions, and there's no one else but you that you have created in your own life, okay? So sometimes this is seeing things more clearly, and sometimes we don't like that because it can feel painful to awaken at first. But when we see through the delusions, delulu I call it, right? And the illusions, this is how we escape the matrix and we get out of these kind of things too. So you're getting more clarity and seeing things. This may be seeing your situation for what it is and not romanticizing it if it's not ideal. Or it could be, really getting clarity on your path and where it's taking you and what to be doing and what to be working on. So this is kind of like following the guidance, but also seeing things as they are when we're dealing with this Neptune energy. 3 of Wands. Some of you guys have been manifesting and you're waiting for those manifestations to happen. And so for some people, this might be travel. And I'm going to put this out there because some of you guys are traveling in the astral. I was saying that. Like, some of you guys are traveling every night, by the way, anywhere you want in galaxies, Earth. It just kind of depends. I'll put that out there. But some of you guys, this might be not for everyone, but some of you guys are navigating, living in different spaces or places than your twin flame. They may live in another city, state, country. And maybe this indicates seeing them more, okay? Because this is my travel card. This could be manifesting a trip somewhere, wanting to get out. I know I was talking to a twin flame where they went somewhere with their flame and it was probably amazing. Going on a trip. Could be going on a trip, a holiday, getting out of here. It just kind of depends. But this is also my manifesting and all the hard work paying off that you're doing and getting rewarded for it and things like that. All right, some of you guys are just done. You're quitting. You're throwing the towel in a little too soon. There's a difference between surrendering of the ego and flowing with the universe and working with the universe and pushing less, right? And just quitting. All right. So for those that are, I'm done quitting, it tends to be mirrored back by your twin flame and things like that. Make sure you're staying the course. That's why I do the calls with you, because I can always tell you if something is for you or not going good for you, right? I always help you guys with that, what to do. Very clear. So if you're needing clarity on this, do a call with me, okay? A session on me. But some of you guys are kind of quitting a little too soon, and this could be translating into other areas of your life. Okay, this next chapter is coming for everything that was taken from you. I hate saying that. This is getting it back. And so this is my 7 of Swords. It's an interesting card, so especially if someone has left separation, they're coming back. But this also could be your energy once you're healing things. Some of you guys might feel bad for how things went, or even guilty, needing to heal that, needing to let go of the past. And separations are like things didn't go good. I always joke about, crashing the ship or the car, right? And when you come back together, having to start over with those lessons learned. So a lot of when we integrate our South Node is integrating of our previous lessons, so you're not repeating them. And it's like learning from them to move forward. And I mean with the twin flame, so you can kind of learn forward. This could be, working through triggers of your own, understanding their triggers, you know, starting over from a higher frequency, a higher alignment, then mirroring that. You know, you ever notice in those lows, they might be too, in the highs, they probably are too. They kind of mirror your frequency and things like that. So this is why frequency work, energy work is so important. So for the Divine Masculine, some of you guys are learning to take better care of yourself. You sacrificed a lot of time, money, energy in your previous connections, and out of not feeling good enough, needing to really look after yourself and take care of your energy, self-love, self-care, and to really do this stuff. Are there patterns you need to heal, fix, or work on within yourself so that you can rise into a higher frequency, things no longer serving you? Taking a deep look at yourself and just really working on your energy during this time and cultivating your energy and your spiritual self in this higher spiritual alignment is going to so help. We know trauma and karma can block up our spiritual connection. So when we clear that and release these negative energies, we open up our spiritual connection. If you're needing some type of energy work, energy clearings are great. Activation work to activate the connection. I have tons of them, overall healings on my site. Flip through if you do need a healing. It's going to be one of the best things that you can do for your energy during this time, DM. Okay, I'm going on that note anyways. I have activations up for today, tomorrow, and the next day, and healings. Get on them on my site. Check them out. You can book me on my site, sparksofdivinelighthealing.com. Have a beautiful rest of your day.